And again, the purpose of this lecture is to get us from negative to positive. And I don't need to tell you that right now, negativity is everywhere, in every corner of this world. We didn't even wake up from Corona. We didn't wake up from injustice or killing and who's right and who's wrong and government against government globally, not just United States, everywhere, just everywhere. It seemed heavy. Now the hurricane, unfortunately, going north, category 4, another issue, tornado, hurricane, all kind of problem. So we are talking about like heavy duty negativity that we're facing. What to do? How do you become positive? How do you become positive when it's not working? Money is an issue, health is an issue, war is an issue, injustice is an issue, people that hate me, love me is an issue. So many issues. What do you want me to do? How do you want me to smile? How do you want me to smile? I'm going through a lot of pain. And for that reason, my friend, we need to learn about negativity. What is negativity? People use negativity sometimes as an excuse. It cannot be used as an excuse. It has to be used for something as a, what am I doing about it? What is there in my life? So negativity is coming into our life, to overcome it. Whatever you're going through right now, the happiness comes as you overcome negative. There is happiness that just comes naturally. For example, you go to a comedy club, you hear 1,000 jokes, and you are smiling and you're happy. But then you're depressed half an hour later. What happened to the positivity? Because that positivity that was not earned, every negative thing that was turned into a positive thinking, stay with you. So for that reason, I don't know what you're facing now. I mean, you're welcome to share on Facebook, on page, or text us and let us know what's going on with you. Not text us, the state text it to us. Text it to us. And by you telling us what you're going through and tell us what kind of negativity, we'll be able to guide you in these 20 minutes to see where things are going in your life. Because we truly want to guide, to direct, to inform you with all kind of method and technology that can really make your life better. Some of you are not sleeping very well. I already told you to talk to Debbie. Thank God she have this new CBD product. You take little 2 gummy jelly bean, what do you call it? Gummies, unbelievable. Pure, organic, kosher, vegan, the whole 9 yards. Try it. So those of you who can't sleep, those of you who cannot exercise, those of you who cannot lose weight, those of you who cannot gain weight, there's all type of negativity going on. But let's understand how it works. When you go into negativity always, please remember that, there is blessing coming your way and you cannot handle the amount of blessing coming your way. So what do? You are fight it for a while, get angry later on, and then accept the fact that you're never going to make it. And for that reason, there is no growth. And when the negativity stops, you think that you grew up, but you didn't. You went one level down. That's what the negativity passed over you, because it's become bigger than you. The idea of having positivity is to win something eternal. It's not about winning some country or winning in a war. It's about winning something internally. So, negativity that come as a result, come from money lost, come from all kind of reasons that you might think about, come as a result of my ability to grow is stopped. I'm no longer have a desire to grow spiritually, or I don't want to grow mentally, or I don't want to grow with my physical shape of my body. I don't want to become better. That's negativity. That's negativity. It doesn't matter how much money you're going to have. It doesn't matter if the situation will go away. If you didn't make it go away, if you didn't go to war on that inner negativity, then even if the external get better, it's still negative. So we are now, starting in March, September soon, 6 months into the quarantine, 6 months into chaos, 6 months into a lot of things. This year, 2020, that many people think, oh my God, it's the worst thing ever. No, don't say it. This year is giving you a chance to give birth to next year. But you got to come to a lot of conclusion about yourself, about your relationship, about who you are, about how can I grow. That negative thing that you're going through, whatever it is, in your mind, the way you talk, the way you act, all of those things is only to make yourself improve for tomorrow. So again, I'm talking about you got to go to war. You got to go to war. If you sit and not trying to go to war on your negativity, the negativity will win. So people who are lazy, you already lost. People who don't want to change, you lost. People who don't want to make a change within themselves, you lost. So every human being who's not trying to do something about themselves, whatever it is, physical shape of the body, healthy soul, healthy consciousness, healthy love life, healthy, to become better and better and more positive in that area, you're already suffering the result of the negativity you're going through, and unfortunately you will continue to suffer. You want to be positive, I'm offering it to you. Something so simple, not complicated. Look at that negativity. And please write to us right now what kind of negativity. Challenge me. Please, I'm challenging you, you challenge me back. Tell me, Eliyahu, this is my negativity. How do you want me to get over that and make my life positive? Do it. Put it, write it online. Everybody can see it. It's beautiful. It's open conversation. So, example, I have a case yesterday and today with a lady that everything that can go wrong in her life. Abused by a man, that man who abused her, make her pregnant, she has a son, she cannot afford it because he stole all her money, she has to live with her mom. 20 years later, we're still talking. She's miserable, negative. Every solution I gave her, it's always the impossible. She tells me how many people scream at her, don't talk nice to her. This early morning at 6 a.m., I wrote to her, listen, she's not from the West Coast. So I said to her, listen, there's many ways to get attention from life. If you make your mind being open to receive attention of abuse, receive attention of somebody scream and yell at you, it's up to you. If you make a conscious decision that negativity happened in my life because I'm a magnet to that, I'm actually becoming a magnet to more chaos into my life. And for that reason, for that exact reason, it will continue. Because it's almost like you're saying, hey, can I have a little bit more negative in my life? But if you look at negativity and say, I want to overcome that. How do I overcome that? Seek help, look around, look, for example, listen to some lectures. How do I overcome that negativity? Negativity has to be there for you to grow. If you don't want to grow, negativity will turn negativity to more negativity. But in the moment you say, wow, that curveball was thrown in my face for a reason, so I can become a better player, so I can become a better shooter, so I can do something about it. But if you stay a victim and you say, why me, why me, why me? I'm so sorry, guys, girls, guys, whoever listen now. It's not going to change. We're living something that's called life. This is life we're living in. And life is an incomplete puzzle. Incomplete puzzle. What does that mean? You got to put the pieces together. You got to put the pieces together. While the pieces are not together, it's chaotic. It's problematic. You don't see any picture. But when you put the pieces together, you see a picture. But what if I tell you, I have a puzzle for you, that I have 3 professional puzzle makers, they're going to put the pieces together for you in 5 hours. Would you want that? If that's what you want, enjoy it. It's all going to make you more happy. You want to be happy. There is a way. You need chaos in your life. You need a broken puzzle. And then You have to assemble it together. You have to put the pieces together, and then all of a sudden you're happy. So turning negativity into positivity, first, you have to think war, but not war against a human being, not war against country. War against that negativity, internal negativity that tell you one thing. You know what this negativity tell you? Wait for tomorrow. You want to do a diet? Tomorrow. You want to forgive your mom? Tomorrow. You want to be nice to your neighbor? Tomorrow. What are you going to do about it? Wait for tomorrow? You're not going to do it. Whatever you want to do positive, or whatever you want to overcome negative, it's going to happen right after this lecture over, you start. You wait a minute, it will wait a day. You wait a day, it will wait a week. You wait a week, it will wait a month. You wait a month, it will wait a year. That's how it goes. Whenever you want to start with the transformation, with the change, it's got to start right away. You can't wait. You can't wait. Turning when every negative into positive, wow. Now, how do we do that? Basically, negativity is coming as a pressure. You feel pressure. What is pressure? More chi, more energy, more light, more something, more blessing. When the blessing is tremendous, and my ability to receive the blessing is small, what happened? Explosion. The energy can fit within this small container, so it has to explode. That explosion, consider as chaos, consider as negative, consider bad, because it's not comfortable. But that discomfort itself is a result of me having from a previous behavior or previous life or previous something, that container was not being taken care of growth. And for that reason, when I'm receiving the blessing, which is a lot, it feels negative to me. It feels chaotic. It feels, why me kind of a feeling. But instead of it saying, all right, there is an opportunity in front of me. There is opportunity knocking on my door. Flow is coming toward me. If a flow coming toward me, I can either ignore it and move on to my small container, and life will continue to be good. Or I can say, I'm not running away from that. I'm going to actually get excited about this little chaos. I'm not saying you should be excited when you get sick, or if you get COVID, or something like that, which this is only for people like in the level of Moses, but we are simple people who are not in that level. Once you reach the highest level, even the worst negativity is actually positive. But you have to know your level too. So how to do it? You have to know who you are. Can you handle? Can you handle more pressure? Can you handle more pressure? Now, you cannot deal with only small pressure that you used to. Every day you have to add more and more pressure into your life. If yesterday, let's say if we talk from exercise point of view, went on a bicycle for 20 minutes, today 30. The next day, 35, then 40, and 45. There's got to be always a growth. When you have growth, you have positive energy coming. When you have basically sitting down and waiting, that waiting and sitting down, making actually your container smaller and smaller until it's so small that every little thing will bother you. You want to know why there's negative people and positive people. It's nothing to do with how they talk and how they behave and how they think. It's about the capability of receiving is small. When the capability of receiving is too small, you can't let blessing coming in. There's no place to put them. So the entire blessing feel like a curse. My friend Barry from Florida, I don't know if he hears us now. I love the way he speaks. He's always positive. So he said to me, Eliyahu, it's an amazing time for me. So tell me. He said, I have a chance to be with my family. I have a chance to have dinner. I have a chance to have a conversation, to have a talk. When you look into what's positive about the COVID-19, for me, what's positive about the hurricane and that, for me, You got to start to look for the positive thing in everything. What about injustice? Well, I don't need to tell you. The Israelites were in Egypt for 400 years. They didn't do anything wrong. They were just slaves there. 400 years of torturing, slavering, and killing all the firstborn boys. All the boys. They killed them. They threw them to the Nile. Now, can that be positive? How can that be positive? Well, when you see the big picture, when you see not 400 years, when you see 2,000 years together, all of a sudden, those 400 years look like an investment for what's coming later. What are your investment? How does your investment look like? How does your mind look like? How is the way you speak look like? How the way that you act look like? What did you do different in the last 6 months? That's growth. What did you say different in the last 6 months? That's growth. What did you think different in the last 6 months? That's growth. That's positivity. Positivity is not when you're seeing a funny movie. Some people get it all wrong. So positivity is not when you meet, oh, I met perfect people. They're so positive. Oh my God. No, they're not. They match your little container. That's why it feels good. You're not challenging yourself. It feels great. Challenge yourself. Go meet people above you, man. Go meet those people, what you call negative, that might be people that actually teach you something about growth. Or you want to meet people only that match with your frequency? Who teach you that? People who said the word mindful people, you heard that? Mindfulness. There's a new word now. Don't say spirituality anymore. Say mindfulness. Sound better. Sell better. Small container. Yes, yes. No pressure. That's what people mean positive. Pressure is positive. No pressure is negative. If you don't have any pressure in your life, you are dead. But you just keep walking. It's almost like in the old days we used to have hook up that music thing, the boom box, whatever you want to call it. And sometimes when you take it off the socket and you press on, it's still, there is half a second that it plays. Those of you who are old enough will know what I'm talking about. How come? It's called kista de chayuta, meaning a pocket of still livelihood. Stay there. So you see those people still walking with a small desire, they're dead. But they have this little thing that's still alive in them. You got to join that positive group. Positive is what's going on internally. It's not who you meet. It's not what kind of food. Because otherwise you're chasing some empty vessels. You're chasing some empty container. Person can buy a big house. Oh, such a big house. Very even hard to meet the kids and the wife. You hardly see them. Why you don't see? You have a 16 bedroom. You have 16 bedroom, you get lost. You can play hide and seek. What a positive life, right? From you see it from outside. You think, oh, what a huge home. They have the old building in Manhattan, let's say. Or they have the old neighborhood in London. This is vessel. This is container. What's going on inside? When you don't develop it, the internal essence of who you are, then you start chasing container. You're no longer chasing fulfillment. Your mind, think about container, size. Your talk, you talk about container. When I say container, I hope you understand what I mean. Vessel, meaning you're not looking on the internal. You don't look about how you feel. You don't look at about love. You don't look at about the real thing. You're thinking that love comes from outside. If my husband will remember our anniversary, I will be happy. Well, he doesn't. Now what are you going to do? Well, it's an opportunity. Good. Now you understand positive. Same thing with everything we're going through. Stop looking for the vessel. Stop looking for the outside. Looking inside. You want to know where your positivity is internally. If your positivity comes from external, it's going to continue being negative. And unfortunately, the population of our planet Earth, doesn't matter how religious and how spiritual they are, sometimes not getting it. Being rich, it's a test. Being poor, it's also a test. Both tests. The rich person is more dealing with the container, with the outside. Very difficult to deal with the internal. The poor person, instead of dealing only with the internal, what he does, he look at the rich person. And he think that's the internal. That's where we get confused, my friend. We gotta mix. And for that reason, I wrote the book Laughing Billionaire, which a lot of people get shocked when they see the word billionaire. How can that be a spiritual book, right? But within Laughing Billionaire is two levels of consciousness. The billionaire and the laughing, meaning the happiness, if you understand how to get connected to your internal. What's not working in your life? Tell me. Is there one thing not working? Second, how does that affect your internal? Tell me. How can that affect your internal? Only because you have uncertainty that your future is perfect. Only because you have uncertainty the solution is not coming from outside, it's coming from inside. That's what you're going to start dealing with you. Now, 3 ways to do it. Action. Your action has to be things that has to do with you. You got to look inside and say, what is the action that I can do right now that benefit me? Don't worry about being selfish. Talk. When you talk, you want to connect to positive. Your talk is not how you talk to others or how others talk to you. The conversation has to be internal. Talk to yourself loud. You're embarrassed, go to the shower. Nobody can hear you. Take a shower and start talking to yourself. What do you want to say to yourself? What is it that you want to say to yourself? Save your money on psychologists. Talk to yourself in the shower. Talk. 20 minutes you can take a shower. Whatever place you find, talk to yourself. Then the mind, which is the most important thing. The mind of a human being. What are you thinking about? External dream or internal dream? Do you want to be happy? Or you want to have more? So having more, you think, can make you happy. And that's the secret, my friend, of turning negative to positive. Because when you start thinking about how big is my house, how fancy is my car, you're dealing with container, you're not dealing with yourself. When you are looking internally, I promise you this, not only are you going to be happy, not only are you going to be fulfilled and positive, you will wait for the next challenge to come, and you will look at the next challenge like an opportunity to overcome it, because you know the outcome of that will be me being positive. So you're no longer thinking about negativity as negative. You no longer will think about negative people as negative people. You look at them as people who help you to grow to the next level, to be positive. I remember in June 4 years ago, it was somebody very negative walk into a big charity dinner. We were 300 people. And he's a big donor. And nobody want to sit next to him because he yells, screams, he's getting angry. So they asked me if I can sit next to him. I said, why not? I look at it like an opportunity. I don't want to sit next to a person who scream and yell and all this and that and complain all day long. And he respects me a lot. He know my name. He know I'm famous in what I do. So he said, wow, I'm sitting next to Eliyahu. And then after 5 minutes, of course, he started with this negativity and cursing and screaming and all this and that. And I'm looking at his eyes and I'm laughing hysterical. And then he looked at me and said to me, he started laughing too. And he said to me, it happened here in LA. And he said to me, how are you laughing? I said, I tell you, when I heard you coming to sit next to me, everybody told me how negative you are. And I thought it would be way worse. And you're not that bad. You're actually a very nice person who's really upset about one thing that happened to you. But the rest of you is really fun. So I like you, actually. I like to be your friend. Because your negativity, it's not even a challenge for me. He started looking at me and he started laughing the whole night. We're having a good time. And people at the end of the charity dinner, they took me out. Some people, they were sharing cigar and expensive scotch. And they asked me, that's what they did. Can we take note about what exactly you told him? I said, I don't think it will help the note. I think it was more personal for me because I look at it as an event that come to challenge my positive, and I need to overcome it. And I think I was able to manage it well, not because I'm trying to please him or to make him positive. It's because I'm trying to fight my inner demon that tried to make me negative. And because of that, he joined me and helped me, and together we fly to the next level. I don't know if that example helped you. I have many, many examples, but let's open it for question and answer. If people have some question about their personal stuff, so I can answer your question. Is anybody wrote something?
Not yet, no.
If nobody wrote anything, you can write it later, and hopefully we can help you with some answer of transformation from negative to positive. If there is any question. Other than that, let's do 1 minute. We send energy to Wisconsin. We send energy to all the people who's about to be upset about injustice that happened. I'm not here to say who's right, who's wrong, not my business. My business is to remove negative to positive. And how is that affecting you and me? It does affect us. It's a challenge. It's affecting basketball. It's affecting other areas. It's affecting, just affecting. So please, take about 50 seconds to look inside and say to yourself, I am ready to overcome my negative thought. I'm ready to overcome my negative words. I am ready to overcome the action, the challenge of action. So once I overcome it, then I stay positive. And I welcome all kind of positive event into my life as I overcome the negativity to positivity. Any question? Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully you can share it with a lot of people. And if you have some question later on when you hear it, just put it there and we'll be more than happy to answer it. Thank you. Have a great day.